let's go.
And happy Sunday. Today is such a beautiful day. Like yesterday was so rainy and today's like hot and sunny and I'm just feeling so good. Everyone went out partying last night and I stayed home because I wasn't feeling that well. So I literally spent my Saturday night writing my 2020 goals and having an early night and I feel so good. Anyway, today I wanted to film a what I eat in a day to heal my relationship with food. Yesterday actually I did a Q&A on my Instagram story and it was just like a random like just ask questions Q&A and I got so many questions about like how I've healed my relationship with food and how I am healing my relationship with food and really just like how I got back into a good place with everything and not obsessing over it. So I wanted to do a what I eat in a day, throw in my tips throughout the day of what has really helped me and also the foods and just kind of like the mindset that I have created. So getting straight on into breakfast, I just looked at that and I was like, ew, I need to deal with that situation. But first, for today's breakfast, I'm going to make a smoothie bowl because smoothie bowls are my favorite probably food of all time. But there's gonna be a twist because I'm going to be making my homemade granola. It's like paleo, gluten-free, vegan, all that good stuff, and also doesn't upset my stomach because I feel like a lot of granolas upset my stomach and make me really gassy and it's just not a good time. It is supposed to be in my ebook, but I thought as just like a little like teaser or just like a little like taste into some of the recipes you'll get from my recipe ebook, which I have been teasing out a lot over my Instagram. I thought I would share that today and it's just too good not to share right now. So yeah, I will get out all of the ingredients and then talk you through how to make it. These are all the ingredients laid out and now I'm just going to pop them all into a big mixing bowl and like combine it all together. Half a cup of raisins, half a cup of sunflower seeds, half a cup of pumpkin seeds, 3/4 of a cup of slivered almonds, half a cup of roughly crushed cashews, which I literally just crushed in this bag, 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, preferably melted, but like I can't be bothered and this is like semi-melted, so I'm gonna go with that. And then 3/4 of a cup of your liquid sweetener. As I said, I'm just using rice malt syrup, but you could use whatever you like. And 1 teaspoon of Himalayan salt, half a cup of desiccated coconut. And you just wanna mix it all together. Oh my gosh, I haven't made this in so long. I'm so excited. When your mixture is looking something like that, you want it to be like sticky but not like crazy sticky. You want to just line a baking tray with some baking parchment and then just spoon it out so it creates like an even layer. And then preheated my oven to 150 degrees, pop her in. Then you just want to let it bake for about 10 minutes and then once the 10-minute mark has gone, take it out, give it a little stir and then put it in for another 10 minutes to make sure it's all like evenly crunchy and crispy. Also, your kitchen will start smelling amazing, so just get ready for that. As you can see, it's like browning up nicely. So I'm just gonna give it a bit of a mix. You can see that like the bottom is still a bit like not golden brown. Honestly smells so good. I'm so excited. Now it's time for the smoothie bowl. So I'm really just gonna like make up the recipe today because I don't know what flavor I'm going for. I'm gonna start off with adding a bunch of ice because that makes things so like icy cold and creamy. Then I'm gonna add some frozen banana because what's a smoothie bowl without frozen banana, let's be real. And then I'm gonna add in a bunch of frozen, oh my gosh, why? Take 3, a bunch of frozen berries. Then I'm just gonna add in like a little bit of almond milk because it's a smoothie bowl and you want it to be like super thick, but I might add some more in later depending on how my blender handles it. And then I'm going to add in this protein, which is the Prana on bananas and cream flavor. Literally smells like those banana lollies. Like if you open the packet, honestly smells like banana lollies. It's incredible. So I'm just going to add a scoop of that in, maybe like a dash more of that, and then blend it up. When it sticks to the top like that, that's when you know it's gonna be a good consistency. Oh my goodness, look at that consistency. Stop, that is perfect. Then I'm gonna add on my granola, and I like it to be in like chunks. I'm so excited about this right now. And then there you go. That is what I'm going to be having for breakfast today. I'm so excited. So while I eat my breakfast, I'm just gonna let that cool, and then I'm gonna transfer it over into a jar, label it, and put it in my pantry, which is the best thing ever. Such a huge tip I have when it comes to healing your relationship with food, and what's helped me so much is to always make sure that I have breakfast, because I remember when I was like in a really just like bad restrictive mindset, I'd be like, oh, when I was doing like intermittent fasting and like trying to just like fast all the time, it just got me into like a really bad mindset with food where like I'd be obsessed with it, and like kind of obsessive where like I'd always be thinking about food, and I'd always be like, no, I shouldn't eat, or I need to eat, or like blah blah blah, and just like to the point where food is just like ruling your life, which is just not what you want. Things such as binge eating and overeating and everything like that, I feel like if you start your day off with a breakfast that makes you feel really satiated and full, and your taste buds are being fulfilled, you feel satisfied, and you feel like you don't need to binge or you don't need to obsess, because you're eating foods that you love and you're not being restrictive or anything like that. So yeah, a massive tip I have is to always eat breakfast. But anyway, I'm gonna stop talking right now because this just looks so good. Okay, so I spent the past couple of hours filming. Anyway, now what are we gonna do? We are going to go for a swim, because as I said, it's like really hot today. So we are going to literally just go down to the level below us where our pool is. So windy. Yeah, getting out is gonna suck. It looks beautiful though. Oh my god, it's like we're in the ocean.
Sophie's being a big sookie. It's not cold.
It is.
It was cold down there. It's not cold now.
Oh, that hot shower is so good. We are back from the pool now. I'm in my jumper because it's just so windy. Anyway, we have absolutely nothing for lunch. Like, literally nothing. We are going to walk just down to the shops, literally like a 1-minute walk away, and get some stuff. We're thinking like tuna rice bowl kind of situation. Could change, but I feel like that's easy. Feeling. We got, do you want to show what we got?
Yeah, we got some tuna.
Got some tuna.
I got some mayo because I needed some.
Yeah, and some popcorn for our movie night. Okay, so as I said, we are going to make tuna rice bowls for lunch today. So we're just putting the rice on now. We're just cooking some just like normal rice. I did it for so long, and now I'm just completely over it, which is so good. I'm so glad. But like for a while, like I wouldn't eat anything other than brown rice, because I was like, no, white rice is like just so bad, like I can't do that, which is just so stupid. Like it's literally rice. So like I love white rice, right? But I would say no, I can't have white rice because it was bad, which was just like so silly. Yeah, I feel like just being more relaxed about what you eat, not really just like not being so obsessive, it just makes it so you have a better relationship with food as a whole.
A healthy relationship with food.
Yeah.
Not necessarily eating healthy food all the time.
But you have a healthy relationship.
But I'm not out here eating junk food 24/7.
Yeah.
But I'm also, I will eat it if I want to. Yeah. Or if it's like, you know.
And you don't feel guilty after or anything.
No.
I think a lot of bad relationships with food start from like wanting to lose weight.
Yeah, I've never had
and
that
calories
problem.
and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I've never tracked calories. I've never cared.
And like I'm definitely more conscious about the food that I put in my body than Sam is, like in terms of ingredients and all that kind of stuff. But I honestly think that like even just from being with you like and seeing the good relationship that you have with food, it makes you realize how stupid it is.
I think there's a fine line between, well, no, exactly right. I think you're in a good spot now. There's a fine line between you giving up like life
and just being like whatever, I'll eat whatever.
Like there's a fine line between but then you're being so obsessive about it that it stops you from doing stuff. Yeah,
and then you go
you go the full other way and you don't care. So you got a nice spot in the middle where it's like you will eat healthy, but you're not out here like crying if
I have white rice.
White rice. And I think because there's a lot of people that are like, and I understand.
And I have been like that before, 100%.
But I understand why they're like that.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
I just don't. Look, I'm pretty lucky. I'm born with a fast metabolism. I've never had a problem with food.
Yeah. It's hard, like, differentiating. Do I want to not eat this because it's unhealthy, or do I want to not eat this because I'm going to feel guilty or I have a bad relationship? Like, it definitely is hard. Sam and I are different. Like, I do watch the ingredients and, like, you know, I like to be a little bit more...
Which is totally fine.
Yeah, which is completely fine.
It's probably better than what I do.
Yeah, but also your relationship with food is definitely, like, the best it could be.
I'd say my relationship with food is better than most people, but my diet is probably
just
not.
Standard.
It's probably just a normal person's diet.
Yeah.
But I've had a lot of experience, even just in high school. And I'm not out here shaming people, but they'll just come to school and all I have all day is like a salad which consists of lettuce, tomato, cucumber, and dressing. Yeah. And I'm like, and even the dressing is like not that
like
much.
A lemon drizzle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and that's all I have for the whole day. And that's how, because they want to lose weight. And I'm like, no, but like, look at you. You eat so much food. Yeah. You eat ridiculous amounts of food, but you lose weight. Yeah. It's because you eat the right food.
Yeah. The good food. Yeah, exactly.
And you're not even like, you know, you're not qualified in any regard towards nutrition, but you still have just done your research and got the mix right. And you can...
I've found what works for my body. Yeah.
So that's what people need to do. You just
like, I literally eat so much.
So much food.
So much.
Like sometimes more than me.
Yeah. Sometimes
Rarely,
I'm like,
but sometimes.
Sometimes I'm like, I'm hungry, and you're like, how? You've just had dinner and dessert. I feel like we've gone on a massive rant and a bit of a tangent, but that's okay.
That's true though, it's important.
Yeah, it's really important.
Because, I mean, the common sense for losing weight is to eat less, but they're not saying eat nothing.
Or eat not enough.
People out here skipping breakfast. Like, intermittent fasting is one thing, but skipping breakfast, people just don't have breakfast. Yeah. They'll just wake up, go to work, no breakfast.
Like, when I did the intermittent fasting experiment for 7 days, like, I'd be thinking about food all morning because I was like, oh, like, I can't eat till 12, can't eat till 12, all that kind of stuff. And then when I finally hit 12, I would just, like, eat, like, 3 times the amount that I actually need because I was so hungry.
I think I eat when I'm hungry. Yeah. And you do too. Yeah. So eat when you're hungry. That's your best bet because that's your body's hungry when you just eat. Have your breakfast, give you a bit of energy, and then you can eat again. Yeah, soon. Exactly. You don't have to go like breakfast is at 7, lunch is at 12. It's like eat when you're hungry. Yeah. Because sometimes I wake up and I'm like, I'm not hungry at all, and I won't eat breakfast till 10. Sometimes I wake up, I'm like, I'm starving at 7 AM. That's another thing, like, don't put time restrictions on. I hear a lot of people being like, don't eat past 7 PM, don't eat before this time, and that I've tried that before, and I feel like that also is just sets a bad mentality because, like, then if it's like a minute past 7, you might be like, oh, like, I've already gone over, like, might as well just go crazy, you know? So just, like, don't put restrictions on yourself. Like, think back to when you were a kid and when you would literally just eat when you're hungry, stop when you're full. It doesn't matter what time it is. That's how I think anyway. Definitely. It's also like being surrounded with people who have good relationships with food is really, really good, because if you don't and you're surrounded with people who also don't, like, then you can feed off each other. And it's like the whole saying, like, you're the result of the top 3 or 5 people you spend most time with. Like, you want to make sure those people, when it comes to just, you know, if you're really struggling with your relationship with food, who have a good one, so then you're around it and then you'll, like, kind of start to think like that as well. Okay, so we're going very minimalistic for lunch today. We're literally just going there, like, very simple, but I kind of love that. Like, I feel like that always works best with my digestion, when I don't, like, try and add all these crazy ingredients and, like, all these, like, super roots and stuff. I feel like that's when my digestion is its best. You're right? Yeah, just put oil.
Oh, so I'm not gonna measure how much, I'm just gonna oil. I'm just gonna do a whole can of tuna. Okay, then what?
Put a liner in the bin.
I
might throw something in there.
I'm gonna add a big dollop of hummus because hummus makes everything better.
Everything?
Everything.
Ice cream?
No.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Then I'm gonna add onion powder because onion powder is the best thing ever.
I'm guessing it also goes with everything.
It does.
Ice cream.
No. Then I'm gonna add some nutritional yeast.
Oh, I'll add chia seeds to mine.
Black sesame seeds.
Oh,
yeah. Then I'm just gonna mix this. This is like literally the most random, basic thing ever. But like, oh, it smells really good. Some salt.
Somebody wants.
Some pepper. Also gonna add just like a tiny bit of tomato sauce because
I'm loving the tomato sauce.
I love tomato sauce at the moment. I don't know why. That's also another tip. Like literally, there was a time where I'd be like, no, like I can't have tomato sauce. But a little drizzle is literally not gonna do anything. And again, when you don't restrict like silly stuff, it adds so much flavor and there's just no point in stressing over the little stuff. It might sound silly, right? But like even when I was stressing out all this stuff, like I felt like my skin was worse and all that kind of stuff. So we've shut the blinds because we're gonna watch a movie and Sam's not happy. We're watching
Anyway,
Miss Congeniality.
I said no complaints and you said yep. Then you complained and now we're watching this. After this, I'm going on record right here.
So we compromise.
We compromise. After this, you will watch whatever movie I choose without complaints. Say
Okay,
it to the camera.
yes, I will watch with any movie you choose without complaints next time.
Awesome.
You said you liked the sound of it, so don't act as if I'm the worst
No,
person
it's not. It's not sure what the sound of it.
ever. Yeah, you were like,
I said it sounds interesting.
oh, well, it's basically the same thing.
No.
Okay, anyway, we're gonna watch this now. We have finished watching the movie now. What's your rating out of 10?
5.
Really?
Yeah. 10's amazing and 1's terrible. 5's just, yeah.
5's just
Five's
an
just
average movie.
Pretty average, good.
Anyway, now I've just been doing some editing and I'm starting to get hungry again, so I think I'm gonna make some dinner. I'm not really too sure what I'm gonna have. As I said, we don't have a lot of food in the house at the moment. Okay, so I've got some sweet potato that I like meal prepped a couple days ago. I've got my hummus, which obviously I'm gonna use, and then also some leftover rice. So I'm thinking I might just make like a rice hummus bowl again. This time sweet potato, and then also maybe like a tomato, some tamari, that kind of vibe. So super random dinner. As you can see, I kind of just like chucked together heaps of random different stuff, kind of similar to lunch but like also kind of different. Not sure how it's going to taste, but I was kind of craving all of these things, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, update. I just tried it and it's actually like really good. I was not expecting that, but this flavor combination kind of works. Okay, well that dinner was surprisingly delicious. Like, I'm definitely gonna be making that more. Anyway, now it is time for dessert because I just can't end the day without something sweet. Like, it would be rude not to. So I think I'm gonna make like a little protein milkshake kind of thing. I'm going to use my cookie dough peanut butter protein powder and just like some ice, maybe some frozen banana, almond milk, that kind of stuff.
I really want to watch some Jane.
Do you?
No.
I got that on record.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? My voice broke for a second there. I swear. I really want to... the V8 supercars.